I want to go through for a moment. What I want to go through is thoroughly what happens in the possibilities, because I know from past experience you might be really good at it, but there's people who mess it up. And sometimes the people are really good at mess it up. So let's go back to the basics of what we're going to do. What does it say? A rotation of 90 degrees. So let's just go rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Do you see it in your head? You go to here and go A goes there as A dash, which is
0, 1.
0, 1. And the B goes to there, which is B dash minus 1. Thanks, mate. Got it? So we could just write down
So
straight.
0, 1, 0, negative.
Say it for me again.
1, 0, 0, no. 0, 1,
Yep.
negative 1, 0.
Yeah, you've got to be careful you don't stuff up. Now, you know what people do wrong, and I'm going to do it deliberately wrong. The second one then is reflection in the x-axis. So, let's say I went back and I rubbed off everything that was on my diagram and I started all over again, and I just said a reflection in the x-axis, and I went, who wants to answer? Reflection in the x-axis?
0, negative 1.
So A dash is going to stay the same, as I said in the x-axis, so we're reflecting up and down. Reflection in the x-axis then, what happens to the B?
0, negative 1.
Yes, so it becomes B dash, which is 0, negative 1. And people will go, okay, that's easy, you've got that. What do they write? Say it for me, one of you.
1, 0, 0, minus 1.
0, minus 1. And then they'll go that times that.
Yeah.
Rotation first, followed by a reflection in the x-axis. That comes second. So where do we write that? At the front. So there's your first, followed by the second, which is not that side of it. And if we did it that side on purpose, you'll see it's wrong. But for a moment, let's just work out what that is. What's that? Come on, give me answers.
What's what? 0. 0.
Negative
Answer this one is?
0.
No, negative 1.
Oh.
Negative 1 plus 0. Next one?
0, negative 1. And 0.
Brain hurts.
Your brain comes after your physics test. So it should be that one. Let's start over here again. So if I said I wanted to reflect A 90 degrees, it becomes there, A dash. And then I said I want it to go reflected in the x-axis. Where's it go to? Down to there. And it's A double dash. How much A double dash?
Double dash.
A double dash.
Minus 1.
Reflection of the rotation of A is A dash. The reflection of A dash is A double dash, and it is 0 minus 1, which is that one there.
And then B is just.
Got it. So you can see them in one step. You don't have to join. You don't have to go first step, then second step, and figure out what it is. You can go through. So the other one, pretty obvious. So from within, what happens? Anti-clockwise for the B, so that becomes over here.
Yeah, negative 1, 0.
B dash negative 1, 0, and then reflected in the x-axis.
It's
Which is
exactly
just that.
the same.
B double dash negative 1, 0, and there's your negative 1, 0 there. So sometimes for people, they're better off just doing it on the diagram, starting with 1, 0, and 0, 1. For some people, they'll go first one, figure out what it is, second one, figure out what it is, and do the multiplication. So what have we got? Reflection in that line, so that would be the reflection one, so what I'm going to nag about for a moment. That's the reflection, what goes in front of it? The rotation. So getting the order, which you talked about, is pre-multiplied by the second. Pre-multiplied by the second. So if we're actually doing a calculation, we do the reflection first, get that answer followed by the rotation second. So what can we do instead of all that? Here's the rotation. Start with the diagram again. So Joe, can you tell me where to go? Reflection in the line y equals x.
So A goes to B.
Yep,
0,
so A dash will be 0, 1, yep.
Yeah. B goes to A.
So that's B dash, which is 1, 0. Followed by?
Rotation 90 degrees, so
Which direction?
clockwise.
Clockwise.
Just 1, 0.
Clockwise.
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 So it goes to 1, 0.
That's back to where it started from.
Mm-hmm.
And B goes to negative to 0, negative 1.
Yes. And B becomes B double dash that. 0, negative 1. So what do we end up with? That one and that one.
Yep.
So you could just write, how much can you get away in the
1,
system?
0, 0,
1, 0 here, 0, negative 1. Dilation vertically by a factor of 3, and you could memorise what that was. You could tell me what it was, but I want to do it as diagram. Dilation vertically by a factor of 3. So what happens to A? When it gets to A dash, it stays the same, 1, 0. So that point there, when it dilates, stays the same. What happens to the B?
0, 3.
Yep, so I'd have to get my diagram up here, 1, 2, 3. There's B dash, which is 0, 3. And then you could have written that down if you wanted to, and you could have gone 1, 0, 0, 3, couldn't you? And the 3 there is a dilation by a factor of 3, and then followed by reflection in the y-axis. So see what I tried to muck you up with? So there's A dash. So what's A double dash?
Negative 1, 0.
Yep. And what's B double dash?
Stays the
0,
same.
3.
Yep, B double dash 0, 3. So what do we end up with?
Negative 1, 0, 0, 3.
No mistakes? Easy?